Hi, Capricorn. Healing Grasshopper here to do your first week in September, the 1st through the 8th. Triumph here. Five of Swords. Queen of Wands. See if that's reversed. Ace of Swords. Got my pendulum. Okay. I didn't think so. I switched it before I got an answer, but I had a feeling. Okay. So the Five of Swords is talking about doing things in a smart and clever way. And I'm saying that because I'm really getting like Seven of Swords energy with it too. You're overcoming something, some kind of challenge that someone else has put in front of you. I mean, we're not quite sure yet, but we're going to find out. Queen of Wands is about confidence in oneself and optimism. Ace of Swords is, and look, by the way, Five of Swords is also about confidence, right? Because this guy's triumphed and he's got this confident smile on his face, like, haha. Like there was never any doubt that he was going to beat these guys in the background, right? So the confidence is baked into this one too. But the reason why the Queen of Wands is here is because she is emphasizing the fact that there is no vitriol here. You know, if these people in the background, if the people that you're dealing with bought vitriol, you are not matching their negativity. Okay. Um, Ace of Swords is about clarity. And I don't always intuitively make use of the crown on the Ace of Swords. Um, because the Ace of Swords generally in my readings just means clarity and a mental download um from spirit, or just like a light bulb, an idea, that kind of thing, or a communication. But my eyes went straight to the crown just now after I stopped talking about the Queen of Wands, um which goes very well with this Five of Swords. So the Ace of Swords here is saying you're better off using, you know, your noggin instead of letting your emotions take charge. Nine of Swords. We'll see about that in a second. King of Cups. You see? Yeah, man. Undo the Queen of Wands. What did I say about using your noggin instead of letting your emotions run away from you? That is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a man of emotional mastery, right? He is in control of his emotions. He does not let his emotions run away with him, but it does not mean that he's cold. He is rational. He is emotionally accessible, He is reasonable and empathetic and kind and all of those things. But oh my God, with the scam likely. Sorry, guys. Um, but he is not overly emotional. He's emotional in the most appropriate way. No more, no less. Right? And he is under the Queen of Wands. We've got two court cards here. So this is you embodying very powerful and healthy attitudes of approaching this situation here with um, an even keel emotion here and rationality and positivity, which is good. Reverse. Okay. But the Nine of Swords is talking about these people are bringing the toxicity and it is wearing on your nerves, right? So the reason why this isn't turning out in the outcome section is like this is spirit saying, listen, before I tell you what's going to happen, just know that things are going to work out. It's going to be fine. You're going to win. Now let's talk about how you get there, right? That's why this is there. And I feel like Spirit's been very careful with you, especially Capricorn, and how they tell you the story. Because the positioning, I notice a lot in your readings, uh, are very noticeable. You know, it's not all the time do I, remark on the positioning really, but this one is like that's interesting that Five of Swords started out in the beginning. Nine of Swords. Your present feeling, or at least what you're going to feel before you get to this victory, is irritation and frustration. This is often like the anxiety card, but I don't think it's anxiety. This is more frustration than anything else. This is, you know, sure, anxiety keeps you up at night like this, but so does like anger. When someone annoys you, it's really hard to go to sleep and you're going over in your head what they said and what you should have said and the audacity of them and all that kind of thing. That's what this is. Look at another court card. King of Wands. Okay. This is you. And it's under the Ace of Swords too. Okay. These three cards are telling a story. The Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords, King of Wands is talking about your um just your intellect and your cleverness. Because the King of Wands is about like innovation and fresh ideas, and he's the type of a person that approaches um a situation very differently than others in ways that other people didn't think of and that kind of thing, which is why and of course this happens because you have help from your spirit guides. I often call them my Verizon team, just like that commercial back in the day. Was it like 10 years ago? Can you hear me now? With the people walking behind the Verizon man. That's how I envision my spirit guides and other people's spirit guides. Anyway, Um, you're arriving at this scene here by taking on this energy of the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands too. This is approaching things in a clever way with a good attitude, with optimism, right? So this is advice to you, right? To cancel out this frustration of yours. If you let go of this frustration, you find your you adjust your mood, right? Like, don't let the bastards get you down. My father always used to like to say, right? Don't let them, get under your skin. And I'm very sure in this month, in this week rather, once you remember this reading, you're going to be like, oh no, I'm not going to let them get under my skin. I'm not going to let them have that satisfaction. You're right. So the Four of Cups under in this vertical line here is you saying like, yeah, this again, you know? Like, why are always people always getting on my nerves and messing with me? Why? Because you're ascending. That's the answer. It's plain and simple. And it's true for me in my life too. And it's something that took me a very long time to realize that my vibration irritates other people's demons. They just do. You could be standing minding your own damn business and someone wants to start something with you. I'm a New Yorker. So, I mean, it really, has the potential to pop off many times here. I can be minding my own business, scrolling through my phone or whatever, and I will have like disturbed homeless people like come and yell at me. Like they'll choose me, you know? And and I've realized, and before I knew I was indigo, an empath, any of that, like things like that would happen a lot. Like people would pick fights with me. I'd be like, what? I, I don't understand why they're mad at me. I didn't do anything. Your vibration. Okay. So this is advice too, not just for this week, but for the rest of your life, or at least until um the earth split happens. Because right now we are in the earth split. The earth is splitting. And what does that mean? That for whatever reason that I don't understand, the universe has decided to separate the dimensions, right? We've got 3D and we've got people who are ascending into the fourth and fifth dimensions being separated away from the third dimension, right? Is this complete earth split going to happen in our lifetime? I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like it is, sometimes not. I don't know. But the important thing is that there is a separation in vibration. And there's the chasm is becoming wider and wider. And you see evidence, you and I, everybody sees evidence of this every day, of the Karens that just flip out of nowhere. We see it daily. If we don't see it, in our own personal lives, we see it all the time on the news or YouTube. There's always someone wilding out or slipping out now. Whereas those people of a certain age, sure, did people while out when we were younger? Sure, but not to this degree, like 20, 30 years ago, the world wasn't like this. you know. So anyway, I'm on a little tangent here, but it's relevant to you because you are experiencing this in this week where someone is really trying to get one over you and you don't let them, you know, and you do it in the most high vibrational way and you are congratulating yourself. You're like, yeah, I did that. I handled that really well. The Hanged Man. Wow. This is a powerful reading. You've got Queen of Wands, King of Cups, and the Hanged Man. See, and it's next to the Four of Cups. Like I said, you're going to remember this reading, or you're going to snap yourself out of it in some way where you're like, nope, no stinking thinking and no stooping to their level. I am going to look at this in a positive way and navigate my way out of this in a positive way. If they want to be low vibrational, that's up to them. But I'm taking the high road. Two of Pentacles, handling it expertly. Reversed? No. This is our card? Yes. Reversed. Right? Wow. Ten of Swords. How interesting. So it's ending with dramatic swords. It's beginning and ending with dramatic swords. Ten of Swords is talking about you squashing this. It will be squashed in by the time the week is done. You're going to shut it down. And are you going to look back at it with annoyance? Yeah, probably. But this feeling of, you know, you triumphing and congratulating yourself, that's gonna that's gonna cancel out all the annoyance that you have. Okay? The Hermit. Now, the Hermit in almost all of my readings talks about going within and following your spiritual compass, which in this reading is no difference. It would behoove you to do that because dealing with low vibrational people is always going to require you engaging your spiritual compass for sure. Or else, then they drag you down into the mud too, right? But the other thing that the hermit is saying here with these cards around it is this is very much relating to the irritation of the demons that I was talking about, right? The hermit is very high vibrational, right? They're supposed to be he is supposed to be on a mountain by himself, high vibrational. Um, which is pretty much what brought this about, right? They're threatened by your energy that they don't consciously understand this too. And that's another thing that you have to take into account here. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They have no idea why they can't stand you. They just do, right? So, for a million reasons, we can sit here for hours talking about how they work out of their root chakra and their low vibration and how, all of that. I'm not going to get into it, but you understand what I'm talking about is propelling them to target you. So the universe puts you in situations like this too, for you to remind you and to kind of inform you. And I just saw the judgment card. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out because I just saw the trumpet from the judgment card. The universe is announcing to you that you are different. Now, we don't want that to inflate your head. You don't want to, run away with this like I am the goat, you know. No. There's nothing wrong with being proud of that. And I hear a lot of readers like trying to suppress that. It doesn't make you better than them. That's true. You are not better than them. You're just on a different you are just on a different rung on the ladder than they are, you know. And I always liken it to grade school, you know. Is a 12th grader better than a kindergartner? No, they're just in a different place in their life. That's you, right? But at the same time, um, again, I'm looking at this placement here I'm taking into account 5 cards here, not just um, the Hermit card, that you need to claim your space, claim your power, and there is nothing wrong with being proud of where you are in your spiritual growth. As long as you're not affecting others in that way. Yes, you were being clever, but you weren't being a jerk about it. You were being high vibrational about it. What else do we have here? Strength, which is perfect to go in the middle of these 4 cards. Strength is emotional fortitude, spiritual fortitude. This has nothing to do with physical strength. Reverse. I love the tower. Okay. Wait, these two? All of them. This goes here, here, here. Okay. Reversed, reversed. Okay. So, what the tower is talking about here, we'll put these aside for a moment. The tower is talking about how see your attitude here with I don't want to say attitude, your state of mind here with the frustration and the kind of down feeling of, oh, this is happening to me again. With the perspective of the hangman and the king of cups, the positive perspective, a high vibrational perspective, looking through spiritual lenses here, we see that all the tower is saying here, because the tower, when it comes out, we're usually like, oh, no, not a disaster. That's not what this is saying. What it's saying is that this is beyond your control. It is not your fault, is what the tower is saying. Okay? Because the other thing is over here, right? You have the frustration and the, oh, this is happening to me again. What I forgot to say before when I referred to my own life is that, right? Because I said before I knew anything about indigo or um empath or any of the intuitive before all of that, I used to wonder what the hell was wrong with me, right? Because here you're like, why me? Why does this always happen to me? What's wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with you. This is beyond your control, is what the tower says. That's primarily what the tower means, you know, an occurrence beyond your control. Now we've got the Four of Swords, which is the take it easy card, right? This is not your fault. Take it easy. Don't let this rile you. And now we have the King of Wands. Double down. You are smarter than your opponents in every way. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You can handle this just fine. God never puts anything in front of you that you cannot handle. You got this. You got this. Okay? The Chariot, I love it's oh my God, so perfect. The Chariot with the Ten of Swords, right? The, the Ten of Swords is said, like I said before, you're going to shut this down and be done with it by the time the week is up. You know, you're not going to be wallowing in this nonsense. You're going to shut it down. It's going to be over real quick, right? And Chariot, you're going to get on with your life. I mean, I don't remember having a more tidy reading than this in like forever. It's like the perfect reading. So you're going to be fine, Capricorn, as long as you listen. This is a very good reading to help a Capricorn too, because Capricorns are patient to a point. Like, don't push us. You know, I know that's true for me, and I've seen other Capricorns too. Like, oh boy, Capricorn's gonna blow. Here it comes. Oh no. You know? Like people don't know. And then when we blow up, you know, like people are upset, people are crying, people are saying we're mean. Well, hey, you know, don't push these buttons. I told you not to push the button, you know. So anyway, um, this is just reminding the sleeping volcano to stay calm. You know, let's not be erupting on these people because it's just not good. We don't want to do that. Okay, guys. Um, yeah, we still don't have advice cards. Spirit has not been doing advice cards, guys, lately. But I have decided um to do advice cards in the bonus. Excuse me. I don't know why my coffee is making me hiccup, but um when I do the bonuses, I'm going to be pulling out a few advice cards first before I do the reading. Um, Or I don't know, maybe I'll do a tea leaf. But no, I think I'm going to do advice cards. Because no one said as much, but I kind of missed them. And I feel like some of you guys missed them too. Like, how come she wasn't taking an advice card at the end? Because Spirit hasn't wanted to. Um, you know, so anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comments section. Thank you for the comments, by the way. They're starting to trickle in back in very slowly. Um, I had a lovely one from Gemini I think it was last week. Um, so I thank you in advance. Look, I need a whole lot of help from the algorithm. I'm not going to lie. And comments do help with the algorithm. But the reason why I ask you for comments is just to help keep me going, help lift my spirits. Because YouTube can be very discouraging, guys. So your comments, and 99% of the time, they're really great, uplifting comments that really do a lot for me. So if you've got something on your mind, if you want to tell me how this resonates, if you have a question, a suggestion, anything that's on your mind, don't hold back because I'll be waiting to answer you. I answer every single comment with glee on like Christmas morning, okay? Um, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So and don't forget to click the notification bell either so you don't miss future videos. Um, it is a very quick gesture, costs you nothing, but really helps out the channel a lot. So I thank you in advance. If you guys are really looking to help this channel, what would really be helpful also is going into the playlists and because I've made a bunch of them, very convenient for you. Um, like the Capricorn playlist. You can put it on as background noise on autoplay, and you can even put it on as you sleep because watch hours mean everything to help the channel grow. So I thank you for that as well. Um, I'm assuming that this is your sun sign that you're watching. What you might not realize is that you can also get a more complete picture by also watching your moon rising and north node signs. If you don't know what those are, you can find out easily and for free on the internet. Just Google calculate my blank sign and you'll find plenty of sites that'll do it for you. Find out what those signs are, come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding signs. Shout out to all my viewers. I love you guys. Thank you so much. My US watchers, UK, Canada, and Australia, my English speakers, I appreciate you. My non-English speakers, you guys blow me away. Thank you so much for your support. I had a Hindu watcher ask me to dub my videos in Hindi. Did I say Hindu? Indian watchers. Um, I had an Indian watcher ask me to dub my videos in Hindi, and my answer to him was, "Thank you very much. I hear you. Stick with the channel, and please put up with the subtitles for now, and help the channel grow. And we will get to dubbing at some point together once I'm able to afford them." So please stick with me and help the channel grow. I thank you in advance. And I will see you guys soon. Love, light, and many blessings.